In our last class, we stopped. I asked you to do till question number 4. Even I asked if you can try question 5. But let's see. The question is the partially. Mean it's not entirely complete histogram here. Show the time in minutes that passengers were delayed at an airport. Copy and complete the table. Now remember, whenever you have to complete the table, first of all, always look for the parts that are complete. You know, basically, whenever you have to complete the table, what you need frequency density. Yes, frequency density. Then you will be able to write the frequency for all of these. Right now, if you look at this one, I can add an additional column here because for this one I should must have the class width. Yes, and I should have the frequency density. So here I will add a column for the frequency density also. Now class width for this one is what? From 0 to 20, it's 20 is the class width for this. Okay, from 20 to 30, class width will be obviously 10. From 30 to 35, what is the class width? 5. From 35 to 40, the class width is 5. And from 40 to 50, the class width is 10. And from 50 to 70, class width is 20. Now, here I have to write the frequency density for each of these. We know that if you take the frequency, for example, what is the formula for the frequency density? The formula for the frequency density is frequency over class width. If, for example, this one is a complete part, this one is a complete part where we are having frequency in class width. So if you will take for this one, what will be frequency divided by class width? Means 15 divided by 5, frequency density will be 3. Okay. So right now, because what you have to do, you have to copy and complete the histogram. First copy and complete the table, and then you have to copy and complete the histogram. In the same way, this is 25 divided by 5. 25 divided by 5, what it will be? 5 will be the frequency density. Now, in the remaining part, we have to write the frequency and frequency density both. For that, if you look at this one, in the first one, what is the class width? Class width is 20 for the first one, yes? So if you have to write the frequency, what is the frequency density for this one? That can give you. Look at this one. Let me zoom a little bit. How many boxes are making? Because on this side is frequency density. How many boxes are making one? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 boxes are making one. It means one box is 0.2. Yes. So for this first one, the frequency density is 0.2. Now for the second one, what is the frequency density? You can see the height is still 1, yes. So it means from 20 to 30, the frequency density is 1. So you can write it here 1. No, frequency is missing. So what is the formula for frequency? It is frequency density multiplied by class width. So what is frequency density? 1. Class width is 10. So 1 into 10 for frequency, it means the number for this one will be 10. Okay. In the same way, for this one, again, you need both things from 40 to 50. Okay, 40 to 50, the bar is given already. So you can see 0 0.2, 0 0.4, 0 0.2, 0 0.4, 0 0.6, and this one is half. It is 0.7. It means the frequency density. Frequency density for this one is 0.7. Now, if you have frequency density 0.7, so what will be the frequency? Use this formula again. 0.7 multiply, what is the class width for this one? That is 10. 0.7 multiplied by 10 makes 7. Okay. And then for this last from 50 to 70, from 50 to 70, you can see is 0.2 because we know each box is 0.2. So this is 0.2 and this is half 0.3. So it means if you will write for this one, it will be 0.3 multiply, what is the class width is 20. So 0.3 multiplied by 20. that is 6. It means frequency for this one is 6. Now, second part is saying copy and complete the histogram. Like this missing histogram you have to complete. From 30 to 40 it is missing. Now from 30 to 40 we know that from 30 to 40, starting from 30 till 40, yes, what is the total frequency density if you will write for that part, because we have to complete the missing part. From 30 to 35 the frequency density is 3, and from 35 to 40, so these two you have to write in between. Now on this side if you look at this one, how many boxes are actually making 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it means each box is 2. So if this is 30 to 34, till this one will be 35. But 35 frequency density is 3. So you will take it up. Yes, take it up till 3. Where is number 3? Is here. So this one you have to complete. Okay. This is from 30 to 35. Then next from 35 to 40, frequency density is 5. So from 35 to 40 is 5. So it means you will take it till this one is 4. And here this one is 4.2, 4.4, 6, 8, 5. So 5 is till this one. So this one will be make sure it should be for the half. So this one is, we completed this histogram. Okay. Then part B is saying estimate how many passengers were delayed between 25 and 38 minutes. From 25 till 38 minutes, you have to find the delayed passengers. Where is 25? First highlight that one. 22, 24, 25 is here, yes? This is 25. Till 38. Where is 38? This is 38, yes? I will use another color so will become visible. Okay, this line is for the 38. So you have to count how many passengers are for that one. Okay. If you see from 25 to 30, how many boxes are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is half. Yes, these two will make 11. Yes, then these two will make 12, 12.5. So number of the boxes are 12.5. Now we have to check what each box is actually. So for that one we can use, let's say this one standard we can take, as it is given from 0 to 20. Yes, the frequency is 4. So how many numbers are making 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 boxes are making 4, yes. 10 boxes equal to 4. So what will be one box? 4 over 10. Yes, mean one box is representing 0.4. So if we are having 12.5 boxes, so what number it will represent? Mean if we are taking from this 25 to 30, yes. Okay, so that will represent 12.5 into 0.4. If I will multiply 12.5 with 0.4, I will get 5. It means there are the frequency in this part is 5. Okay, I'll just write it here 5 so you don't forget. 5 is for this one because we are calculating the number of passengers. From 25 till 30, the number of passengers are 5. Now I will calculate from 30 to 35. From 30 to 35, calculate the number of boxes. The number of boxes in this case are again, let's see, 1, 2, and this is 2.5. Yes, 2.5 multiply how many in the height wise are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 are on that side. So 2.5 into 15, that will give me the total number of boxes. The number of boxes are 37.5. Okay, in this part, the number of boxes are 37.5, and we know each box is 0.4. So multiply with 0.4. So it means 15 people are in this part. Now I have to calculate the number of people from 35 till 38. Yes. Okay, this is 35. So 36 and 38. Yes. So how many boxes are these? I need to calculate these number of boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23, and this is half for each one. Yes. What is the half of 23? 23 divided by 2. That will be 11.5. So it means this half will make 11.5 and this 23. Yes. Plus 23. So total number of boxes for this one are 34.5. In this from 35 till 38. I will multiply this with 0.4. Multiply with 0.4. So I will get 13.8. Now number of people must be in the round number. I calculated it mean somewhere I make mistake. Okay, let's calculate again. I calculated the number of boxes in a wrong way. Can I just erase this for a while and make it clear one? So will become easy for me to calculate the number of boxes. Okay, because first I know that like from 30 to 35 the frequency density was 3. So this is the line for 35. Yes, this is the line for 35. Okay, this is the line for 35. So number of boxes that I already calculated, people are 15 and this one. And then next from here, sorry, because from 35 till 38, now I have to calculate the number of boxes. This is 35, so 36, 38 will be here. Yes, this is 38. Calculate the number of boxes. Total are how many boxes? I can calculate this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. These are actually 25 boxes. Okay. So 25 plus, and this one is half because this is not full box. So 25 divided by 2. Yes. So total number of boxes are 37.5. Each box represents 0.4 people. So multiply with 0.4. We will get 50. It means 15 are in this one also. So how many total people will be? It will be 5 from 25 to 30 plus 15 plus 15. So total 35 people will be there. Now please confirm that you understand how do we solve this one. If you understand this one, then inshallah next question will look very easy to you. Even in the previous class, that was our topic. Please let me know whether you understand this one or not. Response. What about others? Understood or not? Okay, that's good. Now let's move to the next question then. This one is about the histogram, for writing the histogram. The variable y was measured to the nearest whole number. 60 observation were taken and are recorded. This is write down the class boundaries for 13 to 14 class. Okay, very simple question. Class boundaries, if I ask you, what are the class boundaries for 13 to 14 class? Anyone can let me know about the class boundaries. This is class from 13 to 14. So what are the class boundaries if you take? This is, with the gap data. Yes, 10 to 12, then 13 to 14. So there is gap between. When there is gap between, how do we write the class boundaries? As these are whole numbers, so whole number is 1 divided by 2 half, so 0.5. Subtract 0.5. So the class boundaries will be, if you will write, without gap, if you will write, for example, for this one will be 9.5 till 12.5. Yes. For this one, it will be 12.5 till 14.5. For this one, it will be 14.5 till 17.5. This one will be 17.5 till 25.5. So it means class boundaries for this one will be, the lower class boundary will be 12.5 and the upper class boundary will be 14.5, because this is with the gap data. When data has gap, so obviously the class boundaries we will write in this way. Okay, got it or not? So this interval we will say these are the class boundaries. Now a histogram was drawn and the bar representing 13 to 14 class had a width of 4 centimeters. Okay, the width is given from 13 to 14 class. It is given is 4 centimeter and a height of 6 centimeter for this class. For the bar representing 15 to 17 class, find the width and the height. Now, this is a comparison method that we have to use here. Okay. First of all, try to find the frequency density. What I will do, it's better for me if I will make a table. Okay. Let me say, if I will make a table here. This table, I need class, then amended class, frequency, class width, and class boundary. And how many these are? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, okay, this is my table. For example, let's say I will say here I'm having my class y. This will be the amended class, and here I will write the frequency, and here I will write the class width, and here I will write the frequency density. So my table will be visible for you. Now from here, what I have to do is, right now, y is from 10 to 12. Yes. Then is from 13 to 14. Then is from 15 to 17. And then is from 18 to 25. The next one, this is amended class. In amended class, of course, upper class boundary, I'm writing it without gap. When I will write it without gap, it will be 9.5 till 12.5. This one will be from 12.5 till 14.5. This one will be from 14.5 till 17.5. This one will be from 17.5 till 18.5. Now frequency for each class 6, 24, 18 and 12. Class width for each one, of course, upper class boundary minus lower class boundary. For this one, 12.5 minus 9.5, that is 3. For this one, 14.5 minus 12.5, that is 2. Okay, for this one, 17.5 minus 14.5 is 3. For this one, 18.5 minus 17.5, it is 1. Yes. Now frequency density. This is the actual, frequency density represent height. Yes. And class width represents the width. Yes. If you take a bar, for the bar, the height is represented by frequency density and the width by the class width. First write the original one, then we will use a comparison for these ones. Okay. So for this one, what will be frequency density? You know what is the formula for frequency density? It is frequency over class width. Now if you write frequency over class width for this one, 6 over 3. What will be 6 over 3? 2. Okay, is 2 for this one. It means the original height for this one is 2. In the same way, for this one, 24 divided by 2, it will be 12. 18 divided by 3 will be 6. And this one is 12. But now the amended one for this class from 13 to 14 class. If I take from 13 to 14, what it will be? It is given, it is 4 centimeter. Yes, is 4 because the width is 4 and the height is 6. It means the frequency density, amended frequency density is 6, but the original one is 12. Yes, in this case the original one is 12, but this one is 6. Yes, am I right? I can write here for this class, if I will say I can say it is 12. You understand this point or not, please? Because the width, the original width for this one is 2, but the actual one is 2, but here is 4. It means from 2 we are getting 4. How we are getting? The original one we will multiply with 2. Okay, this result you have to keep in mind. Okay, in the same way, the original frequency density is 12. From 12 it is becoming 6. Yes, it means how we are getting from 12 6, we are dividing by 2. This is how we are getting. Now we have to get for this class from 15 to 17 class. From 15 to 17 class, what is the class width for this one? Is 3. Yes, so the rule is we will get the next one by multiplying with 2. It means for this class the width will be 3 multiplied 2, that will be 6. In the same way, frequency density mean the height for this class is 6, but the rule says that you will divide by 2 to get the according to this rule. So 6 divided by 2, it means the height for this one will be 3. Understood or not? Please confirm. If for example I ask you what will be the width for the from 18 to 25. Okay, what will be width for 18 to 25? The original width is 1, but the rule says to get according to this one, you should multiply with 2. So 1 multiplied by 2, it means the width for this one will be 2. And what will be the height? Mean the frequency density. Frequency density for this one is 12, and to get the next one, you have to divide, so it means will be 6 for this one. So that will be the way to, by comparison method, to get the new frequency densities. Is this clear or not? Because this is the most difficult part of the frequency density. If you understood this one, then hopefully there will be no problem. And even in exam, this type of the question are asked always. Let me know if it is clear. Okay. If still doubt, let me know. The next one is number 7. The table here shows hourly wages in euros for 31 employees. This is the table. This is without any gap. The 8 to 10 group was represented by a bar of width 1 centimeter and a height of 8 centimeters. So you have to do same thing that I did, because you have to do a comparison. Okay, so for comparison you should add your original class width and frequency density first. Then you will be able to do the comparison. This is class width and this is frequency density. If you write for each group, then will become easy for you. Okay, what is class width for this group? 8 minus 4, 4. 10 minus 8, 2. 11 minus 10, 1. 12 minus 11, 1. 15 minus 12, 3. Because there was no gap, that is why I write it. If there will be gap, so you have to write the upper class boundary and lower class boundary. And now 16 minus 15 is 1. So what will be frequency density? This is the formula for frequency density, frequency over class width. So if you will write for this class, 4 over 4 is 1, yes, 8 over 2 is 4, 6 over 1 is 6, 7 over 1 is 7, 5 over 3, if you take 5 over 3, the original one is 1.666, so you can say 1.67. Hmm? Because if you write it 1.7, you can round, you can say it is 1.7. Okay. Now this one, 1 divided by 1 is 1. The question is saying for this class, 8 to 10, width is 1 centimeter and the height is 8 centimeter. Okay. What is the original one? The original one from 8 to 10, this class. The original class width is 2. That is changed to 1. Yes. Because the original was 2 and in the question now it said that it is 1. So how from 2 we can get 1? By dividing with 2. Okay. In the same way, the height means frequency density. Frequency density, the original frequency density for this one is 4 and that is changed to 8. It means it's multiplied with 2. So width and this is height. Okay. Now you have to find from 10 to 11 group. Now 10 to 11 group, original is 1. So from 1, because how the width change, the rule we established, we will divide by 2. So it will become 0.5. It means for this one, what will be the width? Width for this one will be 0.5 centimeter. Okay. And now for this group, what is the height? The height for this group from 10 to 11 is 6. Now 6 multiply with 2 become 12. It means the height for this group will be 12 centimeter. Okay. That will be the way to check that one. Now, part B is saying estimate the mean and standard deviation of the employees working at the store. That you will do yourself. You know very well how to find mean. Mean will be sigma fx over sigma f. And then standard deviation, the formula of the standard deviation you also know very well. We did the standard deviation. If you have to find the standard deviation you know is this. And what is the formula for the standard deviation? It will be sigma fx square over sigma f minus sigma fx over sigma f whole square. This is the formula for the standard deviation. So it means you have to first find the midpoint of these one also to get your x, because what is x? X is always the midpoint. So you will get the midpoint of these 4 plus 8. Yes, you know very well 4 plus 8, 12, 12 divided by 2 is 6. In the same way 18 over 2, 9, 21 over 2 will be 10.5. Yes, for this one 23 over 2, if you will take 23 divided by 2, it will be 11.5. Now 27 divided by 2, it will be 13.5. Yes, and 31 divided by 2, it is 15.5. Okay, that is your x. But you know, for standard deviation even you need x square, so you can make a column for x square also here. Mean you will take the square of each x here and write them, and then use this for a mean and all that you did already. Will you be able to do? Please let me know. If you will be able to do, because we did it already, mean, mode, median, that we did. So if you will be able to do, let me know, please. Okay. Now the next part is use interpolation to find the estimate for the lower quartile of the wages. Now you must have to use the interpolation. Yes. So about the interpolation, you also know how to use the interpolation to find the lower quartile. Mean Q1 you have to find. So for interpolation, you know Q1 is always a quarter. Yes, quarter of the total values. Total number are 31. So it means it will be 1 over 4 of 31. 1 over 4 of 31, that will be 7.75. So 7.75 value, where it will be, that can round to always you will move to the upper one, that is 8. Yes. Now where will be, and it means you need the cumulative frequency also. Yes. You have to add another column for the cumulative frequency when you have to use the interpolation. So add the cumulative frequency. If cumulative frequency for this one is 4. Now 8 plus 4 is 12. Yes. Then for the next one is 18. Then for the next one will be 25. Okay. And for the next one will be 30. And the last one will be 31. These are the cumulative frequencies. It means where will be your 8th frequency? First 4 will be here, 8 will be. It means this is your Q1 class. Yes. If this is your Q1 class, so how do we find Q1? By using interpolation. Q1 minus, what do? We write the frequency of that class. Yes. Minus the frequency of that class. Yes. Over, what do? We find the class width of this class. Am I right? What will be the class width of this class? 10 minus 8 is going to be 10 minus 8 equals to, then what we do? Obviously, if for this class, again, frequency of this class minus cumulative frequency of the previous class, that is 4, over, you have to write, then what will be the cumulative frequency of this class, which is 12, minus the cumulative frequency of the previous class. So from here you will get Q1. Remember this rule or not? Interpolation question is always in the exam, keep in mind. So you should have the practice for that. Okay. So you will complete it. Find the value of Q1. And then part D is estimate how many employees had an hourly wage higher than mean plus 1 standard deviation. You will take mean plus 1 standard deviation. Your standard deviation, whatever you will find here, you will add them and the result you will get. Okay. After getting the result, you will get whatever that class will be. Now, what you have to do, please practice at least till part C. Part D in the next class I will do. But before that, I